Morning, guys. It's a cloudy day, looking like it may rain here in just a little bit, but I'm going to try to bring y'all a video that is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. I am not a metal building builder, but we did build this building a few months ago. We brought it over from family property. It was over there. My father-in-law actually gave me this building years ago. We had it set up over there at the other property, and we operated out of it for a while doing firewood. It's a 50 by 75 foot building, and we disassembled it from over there, moved it over here a few months back, and I just still have never gotten around to putting the ridge cap back on it. We did put new roof sheets on it when we moved it over here. Everything else is the same steel that we moved from over there. So and then we actually hauled these rafters in full sections. We just cut the legs off about a foot down, and then just kind of mended it back together with some angle iron right there on the corners, and welded that back together over here. So just hauled all the legs, and we just made sure to mark everything just how it was over there to make sure everything went back together good for us. And everything went back together real well. The purlins went on real easy, and then put those new roof sheets on, and just never have got around to putting that ridge cap back up there. But as you guys can see right there. But I'm gonna try to have you guys follow along. I'm gonna try to set us up there, hoping this rain holds off for me, and I can get this done today. It's a nice day. It's June. I think today's like June 17th, and usually it would be brutally hot, but today I think the high is just getting around 80 degrees, so not too bad. It's a good day, overcast day, to get up there on the roof and knock this out before the real heat comes. And I've just been wanting to get this done, so y'all follow along and critique what I'm doing, because I don't really know. I'm not an expert by any means, but I'm sure I can get it done. I'm gonna pop me a line up there with a chalk box, and just go with that and get it done. So I'm gonna bring you guys along while I gather up all the tools for this project, getting this ridge cap put on. I think I'm gonna need a couple straight edges, which I'm just gonna get levels for that. I'm gonna get a few clamps. That way I can find the actual peak. I want to be able to put a straight edge on the pitch of each side of the roof, and be able to measure off of that to get my chalk line. I want to be able to measure straight off the peak down to determine where I need to pop my line to catch the bottom edge of that ridge cap and just keep it consistent all the way across. So I'm gonna come in here in the shop and grab what I need, put it in the Ranger. So this shop's just kind of, it's where we work out of. We fix any equipment in here, and store a little bit of tools and stuff like that for our landscape business, and just working around here. And it's been nice to have. One day I'll kind of do a little walkthrough of this shop and what it maybe go into a little bit of what it costs and what we've done. We've done a lot in here ourselves to get it built out the way that it is. And it's I think interior space is 40 feet by 60 feet, and then we've got a gable end going out that way, an additional 20 feet, and then we have a side shelter over here that spans, I think, the 60 feet in length and 12 foot wide there. This building's worked out well for us. We've definitely utilized it. We've even made a little bit of office area in here with a computer and stuff that we can work on while our little office over there is occupied. And it's been nice. We're trying to keep it somewhat climate controlled in here. We've got just a little window unit and then another window unit in the bathroom that help keep the humidity down. At least it does get a little bit warm in here. We'll be installing some fans here in a future video, and seeing how that helps as well, just kind of moving some air. Right now we just have some floor fans that help out, and just a little bit of air movement just helps tremendously versus just stagnant air. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get going out there. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the Polaris out there, and we'll get up on the roof and get set up and see if we can get this knocked out before the rain comes. All right, that should be all I need up there. So bring the impact with me, and I'll bring you guys up there with me as well, and we'll get started. All right, guys. So the first thing I'm going to show you, this is a little trick my father-in-law taught me and told me that I needed to do. I built this little jig right here. This little tool. I don't know if you can see that too well, but it's got just a little gapped area, and it fits right here in the flats of each sheet. And this is just to prevent any water from going up in underneath my see how this works? You just bend it down right there, just like that, and it just prevents any water from getting up under the ridge cap there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this done. I'll do a couple more for you so you get an idea what I'm doing. And this is just made out of a piece of angle iron, just some scrap that I had laying around, and a piece of rebar to help give me some leverage. And I'm just going to do that all the way down before I get going, putting the ridge cap on. But that's what the end product looks like. You can see how it's bent up a little bit there, and then this is just flat, so that keeps any water from blowing up underneath and getting underneath the ridge cap there. So guys, so I got that all wrapped up. It has already rained on me, so I'm hoping this metal doesn't get too slick, but it feels pretty good. This isn't a very steep pitch on this roof, so I think I'll be all right. Hopefully my chalk line pops okay, but I'll get you all a closer look of how that turned out with that raised up flat on those sheets so that no water will get by underneath that ridge cap. I think that's going to be nice. And then it doesn't take long to do that. I mean, I made the jig up yesterday out of just what I had laying around. If I had 2 pieces of angle iron, that would have probably been the ideal thing. About 1.5 inch angle irons, what you want to use. Just cut it the width of your flat there, and then just bend it up there. So worked out real well. So I'm gonna get going and try to get a line popped on this, and hopefully it'll work, even though the roof's a little bit wet. All right, I'm gonna take this to the other end, mark it down there, and then we'll get a line pop. All right, so I got my chalk line popped. It didn't do very good. One, it's just too wet, but it did pop good right here. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it did pretty good for the first half or so. I mean, if I had another person, it would help, but I'm just gonna run it with this chalk line until I can't see it, and then probably just plane it with the one prior to it, and I think that'll work well. But if I need to, I'll dry it off and continue that line further down. side. That side's done and it's on there pretty straight. One thing I did mess up, I thought I had plenty of length, so I was overlapping them a little bit more than I should have been, so I had to take 2 off and slide them that way a little bit. So that's unfortunate, because now the holes, there's additional holes that don't need to be in there, but it'll be okay. It's not going to leak or anything. It's not, no additional holes through the roof, just through the ridge cap a little bit. But I'll get this screwed off and then we'll wrap it up. Alright guys, I think that's going to pretty much wrap this one up. I'll take you down here and just do a quick little walk over how it looks. Not too bad for someone that never does this, but definitely not perfect. But it will certainly serve its purpose. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.